What's up, guys? It's Jason. This is Justin. And, of course, we're back for another Crypt Cut. And, look, today we're going to give you 4 solid picks, all right, for newbie horror fans. Now, what does that mean, Justin? Let me tell you guys, all right? Here's it real quick, and I'll get into it, guys. My kid, teenager, came to me, right? And she's in the anime and all that shit. And she goes, Pops, I need a good horror film. I want to start getting into horror. Now, look. I'm sorry, I start tearing up already. Jeez, what a proud dad moment right there, right?
Well done.
But then again, the stress came out. I was like, holy shit. I can, you have a newbie horror fan, or in other words, someone who hasn't been in that world, you could steer them such down a bad, dark path, right? So this is huge. This is a huge thing. When someone comes to you and says, hey, what should I get into horror? How should I get into horror? What should I watch? You have their lives in their hands,
it's
right?
It's a great responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like, hey, check out Terrifier 2, they're lost forever, right? Or check out Serbian film. It's a great foreign. No. Okay.
Hostile. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So there's ways that you have to ease, just like anything in life, you have to ease it into, right? You got to slide on in to the horror world. And then once you've let that flower bloom and blossom, let them go and let them do their thing. So
the portal opens.
Yeah. So we're going to give you 4 guaranteed good picks, guys, that if this question ever comes up, you got it. All right, number 1, right off the bat, this is a no-brainer. And I know you're going to roll your eyes when I say this, but the 1978 Halloween, all right? Yes. Of course. And the reason I say this, because, 1, it's not scary, okay? It's just the atmosphere, right? And the atmosphere of that movie, it's done so well. There's a few little jumps, right? But nothing bad, right? Nothing that's going to like, holy shit. In fact, everything you want as a horror movie fan coming into the genre, you get. All right, you also don't get mad amount of blood or guts and all that stuff, but you get a super scary character. You get a great story, you get great ambience, and you get a great soundtrack and all that good stuff, and it's like a win-win. And this is what I introduced my kid to, right? Sit down, shut up, watch Halloween, and she got done and says, oh, that was fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
And that's what you want, right? That's the initial reaction you want is, hey, that was awesome. I actually kind of like this horror genre. You know, what else you got? All right.
Sure.
So, and then not only that, it's also kind of a, I guess it's a rite of passage, right? You have to watch Halloween, right? So knock that out right off the bat. It's not that scary, obviously, right? We all seen it and all that stuff. But all right. So what's your number 2?
Scream. So again,
beautiful,
a pretty evident and clear pick. But Scream is great for so many reasons for a newfound horror fan.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, you get a great cast. A cast which you've probably seen in family-style movies or just
guaranteed.
You know, everything. You got Nev Campbell, you got Drew Barrymore, David Arquette, Courtney Cox. It's just such a great cast. So
yeah,
you also get the first time you're breaking down the fourth wall in a movie. So you get a lot of cool comedy effects.
Yes.
And just some really cool kills, but nothing that's too gruesome, as you mentioned, Terrifier 2.
Good point. Right. So we ramped up the kills a little bit, but not to the point where it's like, oh my God, I can't see this, right?
Sure,
you know?
But enough that like, hey, your partner's gonna hide in your chest. You know what I mean? 100%. So it's a great date night film as well.
And a party film, all right? Because like
absolutely.
After they've kind of busted the cherry, I guess, on the first film, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like they're telling their friends, and now get the friends together, let's watch Scream. Yeah. Right? Great party movie.
Incredible party.
One of those things that you can actually still talk to your friends while the movie's going on. You're not going to miss shit, right?
Sure.
But you're right. You nailed it. Good kills.
Yeah.
Good storyline.
Good storyline.
Great, bad guy, right?
And you get the little mystery as well. So you're not just watching a horror film. You're watching a little bit of who is it. And
that is true.
There's a lot of fun you could have with Scream.
I love that pick, right? And I know these sounds like softballs, guys, but you have to start out. These are building blocks. These are stepping stones, all right, to get to the good stuff, right?
Chances are you watch Halloween and Scream, you want to know what's out. What else is out there. So
okay, so now you graduate. You graduated from Halloween. You Scream. They're just like, whatever, I got this, man. Is this all the horror genre is about? But you don't want to throw them into the wolves. You don't want to put them in the shark cage right off the bat, right? And let them get swallowed up and dead, right? The Meg coming out of them. So I would suggest this. Now we're going to ramp it up. We're going to turn up the knob just a little bit, right? But we're also, now I'll tell you real quick, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Now you're probably like, what? Because that's a pretty gory film, right? But here's the deal, all right? One, everybody wants to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? That's a rite of passage, right? Oh, I tell my friends, yeah, I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But if you watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first, 74, that's a toughie, man. All right, especially if that's your 3rd horror movie ever. Okay, right. It may not work out the way you want it, as trying to build this person up, right? Texas 2 has everything you want. Okay, first off, it's got comedy. Okay, it is hilarious. Lick my plate, you dog dick. All right, Bill Moseley in this is fucking amazing, right? Get her right, exactly, right. It's got your first introduction to some splatter, right? Some real gore and all that stuff, but it's not over the top. And then the second thing you got, or third, or whatever, fucking number one, you have you got Dennis Hopper, right, which is a well-known, famous actor in a horror movie, which is always a help. Okay, when you got a horror movie just filled with nobodies, not the same Bill Moseley's nobody, right? But to a new horror fan, like who? You know, they have no idea. But you have a well-known actor you've probably seen before. Right? My dad watches these films or whatever, right? And he is awesome. Right, his character is so good when he's wielding the fucking 40-foot chainsaw, the big chainsaw battle at the end, or the dual chainsaw. You're laughing the whole time.
Doing the Lord's Prayer and all.
The Lord's, yeah. It's such a fun, well put together movie, right? And it's not the best in the world. Fucking give me a break, guys. All right, but this is a great movie to dive him in. And once again, this has been tried to and tested. I put my kid. I go, watch this. She got done and she goes, holy shit. I was like, watch your mouth. No, I was kidding. I go, yeah. She's like, that was awesome. He goes, that was gory. I had to kind of cover away a few times, but that was so fun. We had a good time. We laughed. And they seen a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? And that is a big check mark into the newbie horror world. I'm telling you right now, it's bragging rights. So there we go. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 will be the third film. What is the fourth film, Justin?
So you mentioned graduating a few times here with the slasher films.
Yeah.
Now I think we segue to paranormal, right? So one thing you and I both love, and I think a lot of people love, is the more Catholic Church, just super creepy paranormal type style film. So I go with The Conjuring.
Beautiful.
And The Conjuring is such a great pick, I think, because of the fact that it's one of the few horror films that will absolutely frighten you with no kills. I don't believe anybody dies.
No one
dies.
Yeah.
I don't believe there's any blood in The Conjuring. So you don't get any of the graphic violence or any even strong language. It is just a terrifyingly bone-chilling style.
It is fucking scary.
Paranormal movie.
It is. I love this pick because you're right. Now look, guys. We've done a few innings. We're professionals. We know where we're going. Right. We're up to bat. And now it's time to really hit a fastball, right? We're going to throw a fastball at you, and Conjuring is great, right? I would pair this Conjuring or Poltergeist, one of the two, right?
Those are the two I thought of, actually.
But I actually like Conjuring because, once again, you're right. There's zero death, right? But fuck, is it scary, right? And this is one that they're going to be like, oh shit, that was awesome, but damn, I had me hiding behind the covers the whole time and all that good stuff.
Turning the lights on when you go to the bathroom.
Oh, forget it, right? Yeah. And it's a great. It's honestly, James Wan, hats off, fucking pat on the back, all that good stuff. It's a well done movie. It's a great story and based on a true story. Nothing beats a based on a true story, right?
You love it.
Yeah, and you're right. And now we're diving into the paranormal. So what do we hit? We've hit slashers, all right, two solid slashers, right? Staples in the world, right? With Halloween 78 and Scream.
Right.
We hit the splatter / gore world, and that
with a nice little dose of comedy.
With some comedy on board with Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Right.
And then now we've hit a very scary with good jump scares, right? But
done jump scares.
Deserved jump scares.
Yeah, with bats out the freaking cabinet style stuff. Just,
right? Yeah, with Conjuring. So excellent picks right there, guys. You promise you cannot go wrong with these four. Now, I know you guys are looking at us right now going, yeah, whatever, dude. All right? So here's my little call to action to you guys. What's your picks? What would you do? You have a brand new horror fan, right? Or someone who wants to jump into horror fan, and you don't want to run them. You want to look, because here's the deal, guys. You can run them, like we said earlier, but we're trying to grow this community, right? And there's only one way to grow this community, and it is to mentor, nurture newbies coming up.
Yes,
right?
You have clay. Time to mold it. And
clay, that's a perfect example, right? Yeah, exactly. So put in the comments below. Let's hear it, you guys. I want to know what was your top 4 for a newbie, right? And look, I'll tell you what. The best one we see here, we'll talk about next show we come on here, right? We'll give you the big applause. I don't know what the hell to do. Maybe we'll send you a free fucking T-shirt. I don't know, man. But this is a huge staple. This is a big part of our lives right now, and this is how you do it. So there you guys go, right?
All right.
Hey, don't forget, guys, subscribe. If you like this stuff, man, we're going to do a lot more of these quick, I guess, what we could do, and all this type of good stuff. We're going to do these very often, right?
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we have tons of other stuff. We got movie reviews. We got mask reviews. We got FAQs. That almost all rhymed, which is pretty rad, man. So
we made it through October, so November, we're going to ramp it up a little bit.
Let's freaking do this. So, guys, subscribe. Hit the bell?
The bell.
Ding,
Hit
ding,
the bell,
ding.
yeah.
Ring that bell.
Comment.
And then share this shit, all right? All right, guys. We'll see you.